Pay attention. The ferry leaves at 10 a.m. Roads are busy.
Great.
Dad, pack the boot. Suitcases, Tetris style.
Yeah.
Rosie, got your teddy?
Uh-huh.
No going back this time. Honey, how's the car?
Windows clean, car wax, carpets vacuum.
I meant the tyres.
Oh, sorted them at Quick Fit last week.
Brilliant. If things go to plan, it'll be smooth sailing.
Planning the perfect getaway this summer? Make sure your tyres are up for the job. Book today at quickfit.com or your local centre. Quick Fit. Drive away happy every time.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital? Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
A General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello!
Hi!
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for May 29th through June 2nd. If anyone hears some really loud stuff happening, we're okay. I don't know
what an earthquake. It's okay.
I don't know what he's doing in there, but my husband is doing some really loud stuff in the garage. Okay. Anywho, so we're in June.
We are.
It feels like it was so long, but I mean, we recorded last Saturday. We're recording on Saturday again because I have something going on tomorrow. But it'll be yesterday for you guys.
There you go.
So I have some really sad news. Well, okay, we'll go with the interesting news first. You know how we've talked about they've stockpiled scripts and things like that?
Yes.
Well, I read an article this week. It was talking about the movie Deadpool that's supposed to be starting filming.
Okay.
But Ryan Reynolds is really known for his improvisation during the show, during the movie. And it's allowed. When there are writers, they have to stick verbatim to script while these writers are on strike if they're using scripts that were... So there's no...
Oh, okay.
Like, he can't do any of his stuff. So they're like, is it going to delay production? Because obviously that's a huge part of the movie. Which, when we spoke with Kathleen, she said, you know, they don't improvise or anything. However, certain things have changed. I mean, Jackie Zeman passed away.
Yes.
What if there was something in the script?
No.
Right. Are they allowed to take out full scenes? Or, like, what can they do if they're just using the stockpiled scripts, but they're not taped yet?
Nope, we're just going to cut them out.
I thought that was a little interesting fact that they can still use the scripts, but not change anything.
Okay.
Because they're not writers.
They are not.
So I guess even with having substitute writers, they can't because that's...
someone else's property.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
So, and I didn't go I didn't do the rabbit hole thing and go down the whole rabbit hole and...
Well, thanks for just giving us that little tidbit of depressing information.
You're welcome. Oh no, you want some more? YouTube is doing a hard, fast sweep of like all the channels. House of Cassadine's gone.
No!
Somebody emailed us earlier in the week saying that the cartel playlist was removed. And I went to our episode and kept clicking.
No!
I clicked on all 4 episodes. I was like, maybe I copied the link wrong. And it's not there. I searched for it again. It's not there. And then Ariel emailed us last night talking about how a lot of her friends' channels have been removed, and including the House of Cassadine.
Oh.
Which that one hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do with...
Please stop removing information that we need.
Listen, but it's not just that. I mean, I understand it is not their intellectual property, blah, 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 blah. But that is like capturing history.
Yeah.
We don't have access to these. If we could go buy it.
Right.
That'd be a whole different thing.
Yes. They
But these
should
people,
just sell
yeah,
the whole collection. And then I understand you can't put it up there then.
So I was a fan of the Mickey Mouse Club that was on in the 90s where Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, JC Chazé, and a whole bunch of other people came from. Mm-hmm. And now the Disney Plus, people were wondering, why isn't Disney Plus have the Mickey Mouse Club? And this guy gave this wonderful explanation as to a couple different reasons. One of them being time-sensitive things. Like they would have had contests going on that they would have to edit and remove because that time has passed, blah, 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 blah. But also, there were so many songs that they used to sing that they had to pay for the rights at that time, but it wasn't a show that really did reruns.
Right.
So there was one song in particular, it was only allowed to be used twice. So like it's only been, I think it was done the original, is either the original and then shown as a rerun twice, or it was only rerun, or like the one and then the one rerun.
Yeah.
And that's what the license, so they'd have to go back to get
all
all
those
those rights
licenses.
again,
Oh.
all the licenses again. And then they'd have to, because none of that language was, streaming wasn't a thing.
Right.
And the format also didn't lend to it, which we know by watching some of these people who have taken the time to convert their VHS tapes into the best possible digital format for us to be able to watch on YouTube. And I feel like that should not be taken away from them.
No.
I'm sorry, like, I am definitely all about intellectual property rights and things like that, but that's just different. We can't get it anywhere else.
Right.
Other than these people's basements.
That'd be a little creepy. Hi, we're here to watch.
Right,
VHSs.
exactly. But that's the thing. They're not even getting money off of it. They're
Right.
just doing it.
Exactly. I think that that's the difference. If they were making money off of it, I can understand that crosses a line. But they just put it up there because they love it.
I don't know if they're making money at it too, so they could be. But still, even if they are, that's labor intensive.
I mean,
There's probably no way that they are making. No one has retired. The person that ran the House of Cassadine did not retire on the money that they made from YouTube.
right.
That has to be original content and stuff like that.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah. So sorry for being all depressing.
yeah, like we're done now. I'm leaving. See ya. You just ruined my whole week.
That does, because now we have to go through our list of what do we want to talk about and hurry up and watch them. Like
Do you have any good news for us? No. Okay.
No. Yesterday was Easton's birthday and today's Tristan Rogers. There we go.
Oh.
Happy birthday, guys. And I think Jeannie Francis was this week as well. Here we go. There's some happy news. People were born. And I bet at some point in this week, somewhere in the world, there was a rainbow.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. We're really reaching it here, but okay. All right. Hulu headlines.
So we
just
have
dive right in.
We have the longer ones again. So
Okay.
obviously we did not have an episode on Monday because of Memorial Day. So Tuesday, Laura hosts an important event.
Okay.
Sonny and Carly confer in private.
Okay.
Nina slips info to Olivia.
Okay.
I feel like ideas would be, like, tries to influence Olivia.
Yeah.
You know, something along that. But, I mean, okay, that's not that bad. Drew visits with Sam and Scout.
Yes.
Hooray, he saw his daughter. We're going to make that a headline? Okay. Diane has an agenda.
Doesn't she always?
On Wednesday, Jocelyn presses Carly. Gregory is contrite. Marshall assures Stella. Anna gets a bad feeling. And Laura develops a theory.
Okay.
On Thursday, Anna's in the hot seat. Valentine surprises Laura. Austin and Ava are interrupted. They weren't even on Thursday.
No, that was Friday.
Yep. Jordan hides her disappointment. And Trina and Joss conspire.
No.
No. On Friday, Ava is gobsmacked. I want to know who wrote some of these descriptions because they've used like confer, contrite, gobsmacked. Nothing out of the ordinary for Thursday. Ned gets into a public clash. Dante cautions Sonny. Curtis puts his cards on the table. And Michael makes an offer to Carly.
Okay. I mean, all those things happened. Not quite in that order, but sure. Where do you want to start?
Do we just want to start with Victor's will?
Sure.
Okay. So we have a new guy. J.B. Brown is Victor's attorney. Martin attends in Valentine's place and knows JB because he's attended like every single Ivy League school possible.
Yes.
And it's a video will. I'm sorry. Is this a thing? Because I have a paper will. Like, I don't think video wills... Should I do a video will?
You should. You be nice and spooky with it, like Victor is. All kinds of secret information. Like, what? Make it a scavenger hunt.
Oh, I will. Okay. But then I have to update it. Okay. So, Victor gave Ava a rendering of her first true love. Was it a gargoyle?
Yeah.
Was it just one of the gargoyles on Windermere?
I think so.
Okay, I was
That's
like,
what
all
I
right.
thought, because it didn't have any other context, so I assume.
And then Alexis, it was actually kind of sweet, and he's like, here's a Mariska doll for you, and to represent all the Davis girls, except for Sam gets the tarot cards in hopes that she finds love. So, do we think that those tarot cards are still going to have something to do with Drew, and then Scout's going to be sitting there like, Daddy, you want to play Go Fish? I don't think you can play Go Fish with tarot cards, but then it's going to activate Drew?
Yeah.
Cool. Yes.
Yes, that is exactly. But she didn't take them. She handed them to Spencer. I was like, I don't want them for her. I don't want them.
Okay, so I guess we'll see what happens there.
I hope that he gave them back to her because at the reading, she handed it to him and was like, no.
Charlotte got a necklace with a pendant that had the Cassadine crest on it to remind her who she is and who she will be. Valentine and all who have betrayed him received Apollo's finger from the statue. So, in palm reading, like the fingers mean different things, and the ring finger is Apollo's finger. And the ring finger symbolizes eternal love, creativity, and beauty. It is thought to be associated with the Greek god Apollo, while complementary gemstones for this finger include jade, amethyst, moonstone, sapphire, and turquoise. So now what does palm reading have to do with this?
I think you're taking it way too far.
Oh no, that was totally symbolic, because it wasn't a middle finger.
I just think it was the finger. He's giving you the finger.
Okay.
I
don't know.
I mean, if they took it deeper, all right, let's go. I'll be interested to see what it all means or whatever, but I think it was just supposed to be the finger.
Okie dokie. Spencer has a small box that has the doves that he was going to give to him and Trina that Victor stole from him. And it also had a key. And Nikolas remembered when he went to Victor as his family mourned his death. So I wrote, Spencer, take good care. Deed to property in Chechnya. So he just left the property in Chechnya.
Yes.
But he's talked about how, like, remember how I took care of you and you took care of me.
Right.
Here's the deed to the property in Chechnya. Anna, formidable opponent, leaves her the truth.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun.
And Laura, the sole survivor of the great game started all those years ago, she can live her life in peace and has his respect and admiration, knowing she was a worthy adversary.
Yeah. It wasn't very
interesting.
They just kind of sat around and here you got this, here you got that, but nothing that they got was really that amazing. And then further into the week, Trina says we need to go and see what's in the safety deposit box. I want to know why. Like, did Victor just tell everyone? Because why would he have watched Esme back then?
I have a problem with that because, okay, even though Victor is straight up bonkers and evil, I don't feel like he would have been okay with, especially knowing that he wanted to get Spencer on his good side, and Spencer cared about Trina. Mm-hmm. Why didn't he just give him that information
when the trial was going on?
When he was alive? I mean, that was at the same time, but
right.
Why wait? It could have been 20 years before he died.
And Esme wasn't pregnant then. So it's not like, oh, I got this information, but she's pregnant and I can't turn her in right now because then what will happen?
But he would have had a better chance of getting Ace to be, because Esme would have been locked up.
Yeah. So I just don't understand. It's not like you knew Esme was going to get pregnant, so you didn't know that you were going to need this information. So why would you be tailing her to get a video of her?
I think he was tailing her just to tail her because he didn't trust her, so therefore maybe he was helping to build the case for Spencer of, here's all the things that you don't want to be associated with this girl for.
Maybe.
But I feel
like, he was trying to be on Spencer's good side. He would have said, here, not only can we clear the girl that you really care about, but then once the baby came into play here, we can get custody of the baby because of all of this. So I'm glad that they went together. I thought it was cute. Anything with Trina and Spencer is cute. And the iPad was dead. And she's like, my daddy taught me to always have a charger with me and charge it up and whatever. So the scene was cute, but I just felt like they could have put something way more creative in there.
I couldn't decide if I liked how he told her, yeah, I knew. I wish he had at least said, I found this pill. I took it to Britt. She said that this is what it could do, but I had no other proof and I wasn't sure and you didn't get a talk screen. So I couldn't, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Him saying all these other things got in the way. No, because I wish that it had been said differently because that was not okay. Him just going, and other things came up. No, that's at least saying, and I just couldn't get the proof, and I didn't want to tell you this if it wasn't true, or if we couldn't prove it, because I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but
yeah, just a more. He kind of said it like, "Nah, I don't care." Was the way it came off, and we know he does care, but it was like, yeah, I knew that. And there was just too much other stuff I couldn't tell you, and it was a huge issue for her. Like, she doesn't do drugs. She just thought she was having a drink, and then it obviously led to the whole scandal of the sex tape. So yeah, you should have. If you knew, you should have said something. He needed to make it clear that he didn't know. He had his suspicions, and he wasn't going to make it worse by saying, "I think maybe," without any proof.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, I was just annoyed by what was in the box.
And I thought that Spencer and Ava have like a truce.
Yeah.
Because she was talking about something, and he's like, it's for family, Ava. And I'm like, I thought you guys got along.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were on the same page now.
Mm-hmm.
I was really happy to see that Laura was actually using a book and not Google Translate.
Yes.
To try to crack the code on the Russian and everything. To translate the Russian, not crack the code. But then Valentine showed up, and she was like, I almost threw that thing in the harbor. And then I was like, no, that's really not my decision. Good grandma parenting.
Yeah.
Grandmothering?
Yes.
Grandmothering? Sure. Make it the parents' decision.
Yep.
But I like that Valentine's holding now she gets to create what that means for her.
Right.
You're right. Like, that was not given to her from a history of goodness.
But she can turn it around and make it a different type of heirloom.
So now Valentine's going to go with Laura to Chechnya to try to find Nikolas. Does that mean I never stay in Port Charles?
No.
And the truth that Victor left was spilling all the secrets of Anna from when she was a double agent with the DVX and the WSB.
Yep.
She mentioned Faison.
She did mention Faison.
Okay.
I thought he'd come running in here too.
But Valentine called Martin to represent her.
You need to take care of this.
I think I asked you this before. Were Anna Devane and Tad, like, even in proximity? Not together. But, like, did they interact on All My Children?
Like,
but
ships
not
passing in the night.
just like a cordial hi, whatever.
Again, as far as I know, because I am not as good on All My Children information as I am my GH info. But it was like a...
Because they were fun to watch when they were yelling at each other. So I was like, oh, were they adversaries in All My Children? That this is kind of...
No, they weren't friends. Honestly, they probably didn't like each other just because they were originally very much alike, like womanizers and whatever. So they were probably going after the same girls. But I don't remember any storyline that was them.
Who was going after the same girls?
Tad and...
I'm talking about Anna and Tad.
Oh, Tad and...
David?
Yes.
Okay.
Tad and David were both going after the same
Gotcha.
girls,
Okay.
So they didn't interact. And so Anna wasn't interacting with Tad because she was interacting with David.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Like they were...
I'm like not... I was like, no. I was talking about Anna.
Yes, not Anna and Tad are going after the same girls. David and Tad, so they weren't in the same...
But I thought they were fun to watch when they were yelling at each other. He's
Yes.
like, I just spent all this time in that hallway trying to get through with bad coffee. And...
Yep.
But
Anna knew it was coming.
Agent Hersley threatened her that if you don't cooperate, we're going to go after Robert and Annie.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and blackmails them.
Yep.
Blackmails them.
Yep. I like that. Hypothetically, if I had records somewhere secretly, very protected, that showed that I wasn't just working one side or the other, what would that do to the WSB? And so then even Martin is like, I don't understand what happened here. Are we dropping the charges? Or are we what? And she's like, yeah, they're dropping the charges, but I'm no longer an agent. And then she got a little teary-eyed. Like,
Anna Devane's not a WSB agent anymore. But what kind of a world are we living in?
no, because she hasn't really been doing that much for the WSB lately anyway.
She just saved the world.
But the WSB didn't tell her to do that.
No, that was her own private skill.
Anna.
Yeah.
So I don't think it means that she's going to stop saving people. It's just not going to have as many resources now that Frisk
And she's not going to have anyone have her back, yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
I don't like it either, but I don't think it's as mind-blowing as if this would have happened 15 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Recently, she's been working on her own with just those extra resources. And if Frisco's no longer the head of the WSB, maybe he still has other guys that are like off the grid that can back her up.
Maybe. Maybe he's one of those guys.
Maybe.
That was really it about the will and all the fallout from that, though.
Yeah.
So Nina and Olivia were talking at the MetroCourt, and
I don't understand how Olivia didn't get what Nina was doing.
but also you have to give Nina credit with when Olivia said she can't testify against her husband. Nina actually responded pretty calmly and was like, ex-husband, not the, that's it, blah, 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 blah. Like, she was just like, no, ex-husband. Don't forget about that one. I thought she did a good job.
Okay.
But then she told Olivia, right, shut up. Then she told Olivia to talk to Robert and was like, but what if, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Olivia has to be the one to figure out that it's Nina. Because she's sat through the interaction of Nina being like, yeah, you should ask him. You guys are friends. Come on, get the dirt, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then through Ned and Sonny later on in the week having a screaming match by the pool, and Ned swearing on everything that he had nothing to do with it, and she finally really does believe him. Mm-hmm. And they're like, woohoo.
They were so cute.
They were cute. They were very, like, mushy, smushy. But as they're having that conversation, they're standing there after, like, the tensions died down, excuse me, and they're like, who would want to hurt Carly? Who would be so mad at Carly? It's like, it has to be her.
And Ned said, not only is... Okay, question. He said to Sonny, we share a family member. Are they talking about
Michael.
Dante? Oh, and Michael. Okay, because Dante's his stepson.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't think about Michael. Oh
Yes.
my God, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Yes, they were. I mean, Dante.
It was probably just because Dante was standing right there,
Yes.
so that's why I was like, are they talking about Dante?
No, they share Dante, but they were talking about Michael because that's how Carly brought in as
Right.
she's thought of as family now too, because she's Michael's mom and
Yes.
Olivia's best friend. So it was sweet to hear Ned talk about them. Like, no, seriously, I wouldn't do this.
And he wouldn't kick her while she was down.
Right.
He's like, she's already gone through enough. I'm not going to do that to her.
Exactly.
I like that he didn't say I wouldn't do it ever. Just, he wasn't
Right.
going to do it right now.
Yes, exactly. Not at this moment. She's already down. I don't have anything to gain from this. But yeah, Olivia has to put it together.
And Dante saying, how about you don't threaten someone in public?
Right.
Like, you want to do this in front of all these witnesses? Is that a good idea, Dad?
Listen, Dad, I understand that you have to threaten people, but do it in a private place. Maybe, though, not be so obnoxious about it as Ava and Austin. That was absurd. She's like, oh, it was cute. She's like, Dr. GH?
I know.
I like that. Dr. GH, can I talk to you? And he's like, what's up? And she's like, we have a problem. And he's like, we should go talk in my office. And I'm like, oh,
Like, maybe we should talk in
God.
private about my recovery. And he's like, that's a great idea. Like, that's not an uncommon thing in a hospital
Right.
for a doctor to say, let's go talk in my office so we
Right.
can have some privacy.
Right, but they don't usually
Not in that
screen it
hospital,
down
though.
the hall.
But not in that hospital. They're
Not
like,
in that hospital. So I was proud of them for knowing to take it to his office, but you made it a little suspicious when you had to yell at the top of your lungs, yes,
Yep.
let's go to my... Okay.
so now they're going to try to find a way to prevent Laura from going to look for Nikolas or for her to find something or whatever. And now Mason's back.
Yeah.
Why?
They should have known not to talk about him.
It's like the Boogeyman or Bloody Mary. Say his
Right.
name 3 times, he shows up. Beetlejuice, too.
There you go. Do not say it. Don't bring him up at all.
I'm not going to go back and count, but I actually want to know if they said his name 3 times.
Oh my gosh. Next week.
No, I won't.
So he doesn't work for Victor, though, right? So why did they take Nikolas?
I'm telling you, it's Olivia Jerome.
Okay. So he's not
I
gonna
think
be
Olivia
found.
Jerome is his boss.
Okay, so
Still.
he's not going to be found. Nikolas is not going to be found, even if they go to
No.
Chechnya.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I was with Laura in the beginning when she said it. I was like, yes, that makes sense. Go there. And then whenever I saw him again and his like master plans with Ava and he's going to use her connections and blah, blah, blah.
You think that Nikolas is actually in Chechnya? Like, and Victor knew that that's where he actually was, not just guessing?
Yes. That's what I thought that's how
I thought he was just guessing of, hey, by the way, remember when we hung out here?
No, I thought that he knew that that's where Nikolas was, but then I remembered that they don't work for each other, so why would he be there?
Unless Olivia Jerome and Victor had some kind of
No.
Just saying.
No. She has better taste than that. Absolutely not.
I thought she did. Victor Cassadine and... Somebody else thinks that Olivia Jerome, Austin and Mason's boss. It was from March.
Well, you've been saying that for a while.
I have. Aw, look at me. No, maybe I'm just mixing up the fact that her dad's name is Victor, too. Maybe that's why I'm thinking that they had a connection.
It's not coming up here at all, but I see that
Ignore that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, quit trying to put awful matches together.
You just never know. But to be fair, Ryan and Heather were never together, and yet we have Esme.
That is true.
So you never know.
But no, I don't want any... Unless that's who they make Dex. Then he has connections all over the place that we didn't know.
Could Dex be like Olivia Jerome's son?
We've talked about that before, that would be a possibility.
I've been stuck on Faith.
You love Faith.
I do.
But either one of them.
I don't remember ever talking about Olivia. I'm sorry.
We talked just whenever we were talking about whatever Jerome, we've talked about Olivia also. So,
but being Dex's mom? I don't think we've ever talked about that. I don't think so.
Well, maybe I'm crazy.
Well,
that's not a newsflash.
Yeah, like that's... We're both. That's cool.
Pay attention. The ferry leaves at 10 a.m. Roads are busy.
Great.
Dad, pack the boot. Suitcases, Tetris style.
Yeah.
Rosie, got your teddy?
Uh-huh.
No going back this time. Honey, how's the car?
Windows clean, car wax, carpets...
I meant the tyres.
Oh, sorted them at Quick Fit last week.
Brilliant. If things go to plan, it'll be smooth sailing.
Planning the perfect getaway this summer? Make sure your tyres are up for the job. Book today at quickfit.com or your local centre. Quick Fit. Drive away happy every time.
I guess we could just stick with Dex and all of them, and you could see Trina and Spencer squatting.
Yes. Yes.
Like, come on, waist up, guys, waist up.
That was funny.
And they asked for orange juice. That's not something I would be having on a hot day by the pool. And then I think this is what Joss and Trina were conspiring.
Right.
Was to get their guys to get along.
Right.
And then Dex is like, here, I'll show you how to block hits. And Spencer's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That, I don't know. That was just weird to me.
I don't ever see them being friends. Maybe, sure, we can hang out at the pool together, but they're just not going to be BFFs.
But you're also telling me that Spencer's uncle Sonny never taught him how to block a hit?
Right. That is true.
He goes to the boxing gym all the time.
He does. That is where the altercation with Dex happened.
Correct.
So
why doesn't Spencer know how to block a hit?
That's very true. Yeah, I don't know. The scenes with them were just weird and unnecessary. It should have cut that whole scene out, other than we needed to be at the pool to see Sonny and Ned fighting.
Yeah.
And just went straight to Trina and him going to the bank to see what was in the box, and Joss and Dex at his apartment where she's like, can you give me the video? And I did love his loyalty. He was like, no, I gave that over to Michael. That's Michael's property.
But this is where she's getting mad at him for doing his job. She's
I
never had one, so I understand that she doesn't understand how that works.
No.
But
I kind of like that it was evident that she was Carly and influenced by Sonny and Jax, that she was like, you did a job and you didn't keep a copy for insurance in case something went wrong. That is pretty smart. I like that Dex was so trusting and he has the morals to be like, no, it wasn't my property. I gave it to the rightful owner. I didn't keep another copy because it's not my property. And even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you because it's not my property to give to you.
Right.
And all of that. But I did like her, like, what? You didn't keep an insurance policy? Like my dad taught me, and make sure you always keep a copy for yourself.
But when he told her, I can tell you about my work, but I'm not going to give you like the inside, the look on her face was just like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you didn't earn that. Sorry.
Right.
Like,
and you should know it's safer that way.
how about you go in the Marines and then become a trained whatever it is that he is? Then you can be on the inside.
Well, if she's going to be a doctor, she's going to have circumstances that she can't share information with him also. I know GH doesn't follow it all the time, but we like to remind them HIPAA is a thing.
And then Michael offered the flash drive to Carly.
And she was angry.
She was like,
how did you get this? How did you get this and what is on it? And
he really did not do a lot of thinking before he put all this into motion.
No. He's like, yeah, I commissioned it and it has Dad doing illegal trades. Yeah. Mass weapons of destruction. Here, would you like this? And she was like, no, I don't. I'm not taking that deal.
She even said Sonny gave me something to turn him in for that he could.
Right. And that I didn't understand. Michael's like, well, what if I have something that he can't defend himself against? Why would she pick something he can't defend himself against over something he could?
Because he has the tunnel vision that it's only about the stuff that he's mad about. He's not thinking about that Carly's not going to do that, even though she told him like 20 times beforehand.
Right.
I'm not going to do it.
There was extra evidence. She was like, I'm not doing it, not doing it.
Even if you can get yourself away from being in jail, I'm not going to turn you in.
Right.
Yeah. But before that, Sonny told Michael that he and Nina are getting married, and Michael reiterated, just remember, that doesn't mean she's invited to anything. That is Willow's decision.
Yes.
Oh, and Sonny also told Dante
that
they're engaged.
That scene was weird. Like, how's everything going with Sam? And then they have her in her skimpy bikini, which if I looked like her, I would also wear. So I'm not bashing her on that. I'm just saying that for both of them to be like, yeah, we've hooked up with that. Basically the vibe they were sharing there is,
yeah.
Just, Molly and TJ made up this week. That doesn't, like.
But TJ also talked to Jordan after I just said that he never talks to her anymore.
Yes, they must have known that people were going to start thinking that. They're like, we'll throw in a little.
Like, why isn't TJ talking to his mom?
He still didn't get into as much detail with her as he did with Stella.
He was at work, though. He probably didn't want to.
He should have just yelled down the hall, let's go to my office!
But also, he didn't have the time to have the emotional conversation that he had with Stella. Like, if they were at home and he was dodging, yes, I would be like, okay, he's getting dodgy with Jordan. Why? But he was at work.
Okay. But he says, I think that I've lost Molly or something. And she walks up and is like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
A fight. I spent the night at my mom's. All will be okay. And they talked it through. And then she said, there's other ways to have a family. So I hope they're taking our adoption plea.
And then Jordan turns around and sees Portia. And Portia talks about, oh, hold it. No, we can't. Okay, they just talk about the fact that Curtis moved home. We'll just stick with that.
Yes.
And then Jordan goes to see Curtis.
Jordan was my favorite person this week.
Oh, no.
Yes.
How?
Because she said...
How did she top one other person this week?
Because she was perfect in her response. Because Curtis... She goes to Curtis and she's like, hey, I thought you told me to wait because you were like figuring stuff out and then you move back in with her. That doesn't feel like figuring stuff out. And he's like, well, I have feelings for you and I have feelings for her. I'm not sure how it's going to go. So if you can just hang on a little bit longer for me. And she's like, no, okay, I put my life on hold for 2 years. You didn't ask me to, but I did. And then you tell me you have feelings for me and to just hold on a little bit. And now you move back in. I'm sorry. I've wasted enough of my life not doing it. And she left. Thank you. Because if they would have made her, okay, I'll wait a little longer, I would have been so angry.
No.
But
he is going to work on his marriage before he just decides to walk away.
Okay, that's a slap
from one kiss.
I don't care. It's not just one kiss whenever it is your ex-wife. There is so much more there.
Oh, you want to know what my thought would have been? Oh, crap. We're going to have to talk about... All right. How are you not saying Taggert is the best person from this week?
Oh, well, Taggert... Yeah.
How? Oh my gosh, no.
Okay, Taggert, that's like a whole different whatever.
But you just said favorite person this week.
She was my favorite person.
Taggert was my favorite.
Taggert's always your favorite.
No, but his poor reaction. So the DNA results came back and Curtis is Trina's dad and he just broke down, but he waited.
Yes, completely. It's okay. I am still your dad. Nothing's going to change, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets in the elevator and completely breaks down. And that was beautiful. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but yeah, I kind of expected that already.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Jordan was better than him.
I thought Jordan was better than anyone because she's usually so, I don't know if that stupid is the right word, but it kind of is. And last week, she made Curtis have the conversation. She didn't jump into bed with him, which was like, good job. And then this week, she's like, no, I'm not waiting around for you any longer. But it was a slap in the face to her for him to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to give Portia the courtesy that I wouldn't give you by actually staying here and working on my marriage. Well, what makes Portia better than me? No.
He didn't say that, though, but he was like, I'm not going to make the same mistake.
Feels like. That's what it feels like. That's what Jordan is feeling right now, is that you're saying that she was worth more than I am. And then you're telling me on top of that to sit around and wait in case you decide, no, actually, she's not that great. Not doing it. It's a good job, Jordan.
Except for maybe don't kiss a married man and then expect to be held above his wife.
Except for she was the ex-wife.
So we were originally going to do the re-release of our conversations with different cast members kind of in order that we did them. But we're going to go ahead and re-release Rial Andrews' conversation that we had with him in February of 2020, a month before the world went crazy.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that was that long ago.
I know. We need to catch up with him. It's been 3 years.
At the DMV.
It was the week that he came back.
If we wait till next year, we could catch him at the DMV again. Doing this again.
So spoiler alert,
do all licenses expire?
I don't know. I was just wondering that same thing.
I don't think they do. I think there's some state that like you don't ever have to renew it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, so in Pennsylvania, we have to renew our license every 4 years. And when we were speaking with Rial, he was renewing his driver's license. But we talked for like over 2 hours. It was so fun. So we will re-release that conversation on Thursday. Now back to the show.
I have to look it up. I need to know.
Is he living in California? You don't know where he lives.
He was in California that day. The available driver's license renewal methods are not the same across the country, whereas some states have embraced digital options, including online renewals. Other states have implemented alternative solutions, such as renewing by mail, blah, blah, blah. So some are as little as 2 years.
Oh, that'd be annoying.
And some are as long as 6 years. Nope, as long as 12 years.
Ooh.
Arizona's 12 years.
Okay.
And Vermont is 2 or 4, depending on whatever. So we're assuming he's in California. Oh, that's 5 years. I don't want to wait 2 more years
okay.
to talk to him.
So.
Yeah. Odd question that just, never came across my mind before.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't believe it was that long ago that we talked about
I know, it does not feel like...
But his reaction this week, I guess I just don't expect anything less from him. And I expected that this is how the outcome was going to be. So as much as...
Oh, you didn't cry?
I didn't cry.
As soon as he walked away and was like, okay, I understand, you guys need some time to think. I was like, I started crying. And then when he got in the elevator, bawling.
Yeah, no, it was sad. I feel for him, but we knew this was coming.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, so my thought was Curtis should have been at the Savoy flirting with, I don't condone anything Curtis has done, period, end of sentence, regardless of who it is. However, this just would have added a little extra drama to it if he had just been flirting and getting all cutesy with some stranger girl and it wound up being Gia, Taggert's sister.
Oh, that would have been good. That would have been good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that way we wouldn't have this back and forth, whatever. And he'd been like, well, I just kissed this girl. And then he's like, that's my baby sister. Boom, boom. And now I don't know.
Fight.
I don't. But Taggert would have been like, no, you don't get all the women in my life. You don't get my daughter. You don't get my ex-wife. You don't get my baby sister. Sorry. But yeah, that would have been my...
Are you going to be as mad at Portia if she comforts Taggert and something happens as you are at Curtis for kissing Jordan?
Yes, I do not condone cheating. I don't care if it's the guy that cheats or the girl that cheats. They shouldn't cheat.
I'm not condoning cheating. Let me throw that out there. Not condoning cheating. I'm just saying that things happen.
No.
in different circumstances
No.
lead to different things.
No. Yes, I will be just as mad because it is just as wrong.
Okay.
No.
Okay. As long as you're going to be just as mad. I do not approve of cheating, but I see the way the different storylines kind of happen.
Because I don't think it'll get there.
Okay. I just don't want
But still,
them to
I don't
keep-
think, no.
I don't want
I
them
would
to
be
keep
mad.
Curtis and Portia together because they do nothing for me.
Well, they're not supposed to do anything for you. They're supposed to do stuff for each other.
No. Seeing them on screen is supposed to make me go,
Yeah. No, I hear you. I
Like-
understand.
like Ned and Olivia,
Right.
whenever they were
Super
mushy
cute,
gushy.
yeah.
Like, that's not the sexiest couple as far as looks or whatever. Like, that's not who they're focusing on.
Their
like,
marriage goals, though.
whatever. Exactly. But whenever you see them being mushy gushy, you're like, oh, I
They're
want to be
cute.
mushy gushy with someone like that. And when I see Curtis and Portia, I'm like, no, I don't want to be like that with somebody.
used to. They used to be. I don't know. Something happened there.
Yeah.
I don't understand the whole Marshall making them gumbo, though. Like, that's not really a romantic meal.
I think that's just his famous meal.
So we have to add that, too.
Oh, yeah, to our cookbook, yes.
Yep.
I didn't like that they made Curtis the person to tell Jordan to wait, though, or to maybe wait while he figured out whatever. Because again, like I said last
Who else
week,
would have told her?
no, but I mean, I don't like that they made the character that kind of person.
Oh,
Because
yes.
last
Okay.
week I just said I didn't feel like it was like Curtis to kiss her and then be like, oh yeah, let's go hang out somewhere else, because Curtis wouldn't be with Portia because she had been married. So he has already said he's against cheating, and now not only did he kiss someone else, but he's telling them, hey, hang on for a while.
Right. No.
I just don't like the way they're changing him all up.
No.
Especially now that they're making him Trina's dad, because she's going to be like, what kind of role model are you for me that you cheated with
She's
my
going to
mom?
be mad.
And then you are with Jordan, and then you break up with Jordan, and you're back with my mom, and then you're cheating on my mom with Jordan.
That's a lot of craziness.
It is. Anything else?
Yeah, Robert and Diane. Diane basically tried to pump him for information, and he
Oh.
called her out on it
Yeah, I mean, that
after
was...
he dodged it. And then he comes up to her and is like, yeah, don't ever do that again.
Right.
Like, I know what you were doing.
Right.
But they were cute.
They were cute. They were cute. That was where Olivia was, like, in on it of trying to get info.
Mm-hmm. And then when Drew saw Scout and Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we were supposed to celebrate a father spending time with his child. It's not even Father's Day weekend.
And he gave her Oscar's harmonicas, which I'm sure Sam is going to love that.
Yeah.
And
I would have
she
been like,
offered-
that's such a special gift. It should stay at Daddy's house.
Yes. He wants you to have it. I'm sure he can teach you how to play it. She offered to get stuff on Ned and was like, why haven't you asked me? I
Yeah.
would be happy to look into Ned for you. And he's like, I don't think so. I think he down deep knows that it wasn't Ned.
Yeah.
And then Esme had a panic attack
Oh, yeah.
because she sent out an
forgot
email
about her.
revealing a source.
Yep, she hit reply to all. But Gregory came in and saved the day because the source wasn't a confirmed source. Like, they used a separate email address anyway that didn't tie back to them. And so he was able to stop that and rechange, no comment, blah, 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 and saved the day. So
Yes.
Esme is not fired for today. And then she went home and yelled at Spencer for not giving Ace his blankie, even though he was already asleep. So he obviously didn't need it.
And then Alexis calls Gregory out for ghosting her, yet he's hardly been on the show, so it's like he's been ghosting the show, not just her. Like he's...
And I mean, he had a good reason. He was like, I wasn't sure what you were feeling, what you were thinking. I
Right.
didn't want to dump my problems on you. And I mean, she had a good comeback to that too, of, well, I didn't want you to feel like I was bombarding you. But yeah, let's just sit here and talk about again in a roundabout way how much we care about each other, but not say that we care about each other, so we can just keep this ridiculousness going on for another 6 months.
Yep, basically. Oh, and Nina wants to set the wedding date far enough ahead for Willow to recover because she's still not understanding
If I were you,
that they have to
Nina,
have a relationship for that to happen.
I'd be marrying that man tomorrow, because when he finds out what you did, that wedding's never going to happen.
Oh, no. Oh, and TJ covered about the issues and everything that could come up during Willow's recovery.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So she's doing well now, but
We'll see.
yeah, I think that's it. Oh, but Sonny talking about how Ned turned on the Quartermains when he started working with Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Sonny working with Valentine right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Well, not
Ish.
Yeah. He just brought him the sketchy people.
They're in closer proximity
Yes.
than they otherwise would have been.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that's it.
Reality check.
So, how was your week? What'd you do fun, exciting?
It wasn't really fun or exciting, but on Sunday, because we recorded on Saturday last week, Saturday night, the four of us were just sitting down, like, what should we do this summer, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I've never been to the Flight 93 Memorial. And my husband was like, I've never been there either. And obviously, we have not taken the kids. So we just looked it up, and they were open on Sunday. And so we went out. So it's only about an hour and a half away from us, Flight 93 from September 11th. And so his camp, our camp, I have to stop saying his. Like, it's his family's, though. But, like, now it's in our name. Half of our names. Anyway, is 20 minutes down the street.
Oh, okay.
So, and mine is 35.
Okay.
So we've been there.
Yeah.
Relatively, we should have gone.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like a lot of people are, that's so far away, blah, blah, blah. No, we go there. We just haven't made it there. Mm-hmm. So we stopped at a place, like our favorite little diner for breakfast. I think we left by 8 and got out there. It was hard. Like, I cried the whole time. I'm sure everyone's surprised. I wasn't crying the second we got on there, though, but then they have a visitor center that they have, basically, they walk you through the day. And then the recovery and stuff. And I was standing there just reading something, and I was fine. And then I was watching the Today Show when it happened live. Mm-hmm. And they played the Today Show clip. And I just, that's when I cried, because I was like, it instantly brings you back.
Yeah.
But, it's just, it was hard. But they have a huge 2-mile loop, like, around the field. And they have this beautiful wall that is actually 40 separate panels, and they're kind of angled. But so they're separate because that's how many people were on the plane. Mm-hmm. And they made the decision in, like, 5 minutes to do this.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from up above, it's a straight line to show, like, that they were unity. And there was a group of bikers there that were handing out, like, little flags. And they bought 40 and brought them. And they just gave us some flags to go put down at the bottom of each of us did a panel. So it was heartbreaking, but I told my husband on the way home, I'm like, I hate saying this, but, like, this was a nice day. Like, It wasn't a nice, fun, exciting day, but it was hard, but it was a good day.
Yeah.
And then, they also have, like, this huge tower that has 40 chimes. It's called the Tower of Voices, that when the wind blows, they chime. And it's 93 feet tall.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and then my daughter's done with school this week, so that's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I've never been either, so you make me want to go.
It's free.
It is free.
Yep.
And the same thing, not that far. It's just one of those things.
I'm glad that I didn't do too much research into it before we just checked to see if it was open.
Yeah.
And went. But I was really glad to see, so we spent probably about, like, 3.5 hours out there. I was really glad to see how many people were out there for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what we were like, oh, this is Memorial Day weekend. Why don't we do that tomorrow? And we did.
Nice.
So, what about you?
Yeah, I did not go anywhere or do anything exciting. It was the kids' first week of summer vacation. Madeline, I think, spent all week in the pool because she's a fish. She went to Emily's boyfriend's house the one night, and then the people I babysit for the other 3 days. So I put her to bed super early the other night. She was just exhausted. Like, you could just see it in her face. Like, I can't move.
It was really hot this week here, though.
Really hot.
I was in the pool almost every single day, if not just for the quick, okay, I'm at least just going to go in for a half hour and sit.
Yeah.
So.
No, they were in it all day, splashing around and playing hard. So she was exhausted. But I was glad that, it was warm enough that they could do that instead of just being stuck inside watching TV all day or something like that, because summer should be fun. So this week, because we're recording, it'll be a Monday, is our last week that she has, like, nothing going on. And then all her stuff starts back up again the following week. So I'm enjoying my 2-week break. Oh, did you know that bees can do math?
That makes sense.
Why does that make sense?
Because of how structured.
I swear to God, you and Ryan are the same person. What? I swear to God. Okay, so.
I mean, it makes sense because
So the nephew of the family that I babysit for was there this week, and he was going to step on a bee because it was, like, in his way. And we were like, no, just leave it a minute. Don't kill bees, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, do you think he said it all wrong and it was like cute, but he was like, do you think that bees have photographical memory? And we were like, why? What are you talking about? And he was like, do you think that
he would go after him if
that
he didn't step on him, but he'd be like, haha, I'll get you.
Right.
Okay.
And so the grandma Googled it, and she was like, it says that they have short memory spans, but that they can remember things that they are like put against over and over again. So if you show them a picture of someone's face over and over and over again, they will remember that face. And they remember the hive keepers like are nice to them and whatever, so they don't usually sting the hive keepers because they know that they're not there to do harm to them.
Okay.
And so whenever you Google something, all kinds of random facts pop up. And so one of them was that bees can do math. And I was like, what? And the grandma was with me like, what? How do they
I didn't know it, but that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Whatever. So I went home and said to Ryan, I'm going to tell you, like, I'm going to tell you this. And you're like, what? That's crazy. Because that's what my thought process was and grandma's. So I'm like, bees can do math. And he's like, I didn't know that, but it makes sense because their hives are like so symmetrical and I was like, you're such a dork. And then last night I was hanging out with my family like I do on the weekends. And same thing, like I just want everyone to have the same reaction I had because it's absurd to me. And my sister did not think of that or whatever.
Oh, see, now that surprises me because of she's mathy. I'm surprised she didn't know that.
Yeah, or
that it didn't make sense to her that.
Well, I mean, once I said it, she once I saw what Ryan said, she like got it and was like, oh yeah, that's true or whatever. But she told me about this book. It brings me back to General Hospital, I swear. She told me about this book, Mad Honey. Have you read it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so apparently in other countries, I hope
does James Patrick Stewart narrate it?
No, it's
okay.
It's not an adult book, but a grown-up book. Well, so
I didn't know if it was like a documentary or something that if there was like a National Geographic. I can see him doing National Geographic.
It's a book. I guess it's like a regular book, but then like put in here and there, it focuses on the fact that one of the characters like went out to the honey hive and like tells you what happened, and you're like, okay, it just feels like one of the book, like part of the story. Mm-hmm. But at the end, it turns out that apparently in other countries, like this is like a more known thing, but whatever, when they make their honey, they use special flowers for the bees to pollinate. Yes. And then it makes the honey different. Well, it can make it poisonous.
Oh.
And so I was like, that should be the next GH storyline of how did this person get sick, and it can be that someone had their own honey hive and used this awful flower, and now
so I guess it doesn't poison the bees?
No, it goes into the honey and poisons the honey.
Huh.
Yeah. So,
I knew that they do it because it changes the flavor.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense too. I knew there's like seasonal honeys, like this one's supposed to be lighter than this one or whatever, but I have not really looked into honey to that extent. But it was just so funny that this random fact that was looked up this week led my sister to tell me that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the next GH storyline.
Yeah.
And that you would have the exact same answer as Ryan. Of course they can do math. Their beehives are symmetrical. Okay.
It just makes sense. Like spiders. I bet they do too.
And if anyone wants to understand my relationship to Shannon versus Ryan, they're the same person. Both big dorks. So,
I heard a really good quote this week about how I don't like the word fool, but it basically compared like wisdom is always seeking knowledge and like fools stick with like whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wise.
Yep.
Anywho, I guess join us on Thursday as we revisit our chat with Rial Andrews.
Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review. And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.
Pay attention. The ferry leaves at 10 a.m. Roads are busy.
Great.
Dad, pack the boot. Suitcases, Tetris style.
Yeah.
Rosie, got your teddy? No going back this time. Honey, how's the car?
Windows clean, car wax, carpets.
I meant the tyres.
Oh, sorted them at Quick Fit last week.
Brilliant. If things go to plan, it'll be smooth sailing.
Planning the perfect getaway this summer? Make sure your tyres are up for the job. Book today at quickfit.com or your local centre. Quick Fit. Drive away happy every time.